I hide it through the grapevine. What is up, everybody? Hunter, Lost Socket Garage. Man, I'm excited. It's today, and we're here on this live show. It's been a hectic week, so it's nice that I get to go out there and spend some time with you guys and do a little bit of Mustang shopping and answer your questions and go off on random tangents because my ADHD meds have definitely worn off by now. This is Lost Socket Garage live Mustang shopping. If you haven't watched us before, we're the guys that take Mustang coupes and we cut them in half and then we make them into MustangFastbacks. It's a whole thing. We got a whole channel about it. So if you haven't yet, like, subscribe, share the show. Now, what this does is it puts me in a little bit of a unique position to where I am fairly versed on what these cars are actually worth. Now, whenever you go out there and you're trying to buy like a classic car, there's a lot of information out there, and you'll be on different forums and you'll be on different like Facebook groups and classified ads and stuff like that, trying to figure out what these things are actually worth and kind of the pitfalls you have to learn the hard way. What I wanted to do with this show is actually show you the data on what these cars are selling for, and then go over and take a look at some live listings so we can find you guys some deals. So if it's a coupe that you're after, we're going to cover values. If it's a fastback you're after, we're going to cover values. We're going to look at listings. If it's a donor for a coupe to fastback conversion, man, I'm pretty good at finding those. So let's get into it. Now, I always say that a car is worth what someone's willing to pay for it. So to really find out what these cars are worth, we want to take a look at sales data. And that typically is fairly hard. I did find a site, classic.com. We're not sponsored by these guys. I reach out, but no one ever answers. But we're not sponsored by them. It's just a really cool data tool that you can use to come in and find sales data on different cars. Joe, what's up, man? From Port St. Lucie, Florida. How's the weather in Florida right now? Seems like everybody has weather right now. Ours cleared out a few days ago, so it's really, really fucking nice outside now. So to show you a little bit of what I'm looking at, kind of the sweet spot when we're talking about values as far as like the most valuable cars, the most sought after years and models, we're looking at 67 to 68 fastbacks. So you can come in here. It's a free account. Again, guys, we're not sponsored by them, but you know, I use this, so I want to show you guys the tools that I use. Joe, it's hot in Florida. Weird. Dude, I lived in Miami for a little while, and I swear to God I could set my watch by the time of the afternoon thunderstorm. And you just melt. And I'm from Texas originally, so I know what humidity is. I thought I knew what humidity was, and then I lived in Miami. It's hot. Cheers. So hot. So when we're looking at values here, most of the cars that are going to be on here, all these little dots, most of them are going to be restored. They pull data from like Bring a Trailer, Meekum, Hemmings, GAA, just a bunch of different resources. And based off of the data, 133 sales, the average sale price, excuse me, was just under $71,000. That's a lot of fucking money. But that's what these cars are worth. That's what these cars are going for right now. So that's for a restored fastback. So guys, let's get into it a little bit, and we'll keep kind of checking back in with Classic and check out our values and stuff here. Now, the lead-off one here is actually there's a secret about this car. I can get it cheaper for you. So this is a 69 fastback. It's a base model fastback. It's clean title. The guy who owns this car is actually a customer of ours, and he bought another 69, and he's trying to get rid of this one. This is if you want to get into metalwork, and if you want to really put your knowledge to the test and go through your paces, this would be a really, really good car for you. This would also be a really good donor car if you're looking at one of like the Dynacorn pre-welded bodies, which I just did a video on a couple of weeks ago. Kind of our overall review of the 69 Dynacorn body. I actually went out here to take measurements for that video to compare it to the Dynacorn, and I took a nice solid once around on this car for you guys, because video always helps. This car is terribly rough, but it comes with a bunch of extra stuff, and it's a stupid good deal. So the price on this one, he has it listed for $7,500. If you mention the show, if you mention Lost Socket Garage, just be like, hey Ulrich, I saw your car on Lost Socket Garage show. He'll sell it to you for $6,500. So I'm saving you guys $1,000 just by watching this show. Does that mean am I paying you to watch this show? Is that how this works? Eric just stopped in to say hi. Holiday weekend, and remember those gave the ultimate sacrifice. Exactly, Eric. It is Memorial Day weekend, and we send our thoughts and love out to all of those veterans, all of those that made the ultimate sacrifice. There's no easy segue back into talking about shitty rusted Mustangs, but here we are. Eric, have a wonderful weekend, buddy. So this car, honestly, it needs a lot of work. If you're patient and you want to get into metalwork, this is a good option for you. Like I said, it's especially good because it comes with a bunch of extra stuff, like new dash and quarter trims and rear seats and good fenders, front valance, stone deflectors, 8-inch rear end, solid donor car. Comes with a Marty report, $6,500 if you mention the show. Now, if we're looking at the values of 69, 70 fastbacks, they're going to be about 20 grand cheaper. About, 15 to 20 grand cheaper than 67 to 68 fastbacks. They're just not in as big of demand, honestly. So 56 grand is your average cost for a 69 fastback or a 70 fastback. That means that, if you buy something like that for $6,500, you get a Dynacorn body, and you merge them into one, you're about $28,000 for a Vend titled 69 fastback that is all new. So, I mean, that's kind of where the value comes in here. Let's look at a coupe. Now, this is a GT. I don't know if I follow GT cars. Let's see here. Let's take a look. Convertibles are going to be a little bit more expensive. Kind of the hierarchy is fastbacks are the most expensive, then convertibles, then coupes, and then 67, 68 is across the board more popular, more expensive for all models, and then it goes down to 65, 66, and 69 and 70. So GT, if it's a real GT car, it's worth about 62 grand. So looking at this one, this could be a solid deal. I do want to look. Sometimes when there haven't been as many sales, it means it's pulling from a smaller data set. So if we have a couple of cars in here that were like one-off cars, super expensive, like this one went for 150 grand. That's going to kind of bring up the value of these, the overall like average value of these. So I would say that these are probably closer to worth around 50. Let's see here. GTA convertible old muscle is a must-see. Roll back the time and enjoy old memories of how automobiles were meant to be. This Mustang is powered by a 289 cubic inch V8 engine, 4-barrel carburetor, 3-speed automatic transmission. Dual exhaust for that muscle sound. Rawr. BF Goodrich TA tires and original mag wheels. Let's see. Electric convertible top. Got to make sure that works. Okay. So basically stock. Let's look at some pictures here. GTA, that's dope. Now, guys, I do have to mention, this isn't, let's see, where is this? Oh, South Jordan. This is close to me. So if you're elsewhere in the nation and you want to maybe buy one of the cars that you see on the show, if it's close to me, I do offer brokerage services, and I also, can go out and inspect these cars for you, etc. Just LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. It's a great looking fucking convertible. 67 pony. I just found out a couple of days ago that you can actually, there's a website where you can buy unassigned classic license plates. So like OG license plates that were never assigned whatsoever. So we have our shop neighbor, he has a 35 Ford, and he bought an original license plate. It says 35 Ford on it. It's like that big. And it was just one that was never assigned. So he got to register it. So cool. History, am I right? This looks like a gorgeous car. Worth 50 grand? Yeah, I mean, definitely. I would want to see, I'd want to see the undercarriage. AC car, that's awesome. Everything looks fucking mint on this car. So 50 grand. Given everything checks out, you want to run the VIN, you want to go out there, you want to do your, at least look at the undercarriage, check your wheel wells. We'll be covering some different areas that are common for rust spots here. Actually, maybe on this one. Guys, if you enjoy the content, easiest, freest way to support the show is just like and subscribe. Maybe share it with your hombres. If you want to support the show a little bit further, you can leave a tip below or become a member of our community on YouTube or Patreon. Also, if you guys need Mustang parts, man, we go through CJ Pony parts for everything. We are Dynacorn dealers, but we still get all of our inventory from CJ Pony parts. They have stuff that no one else does. They have awesome deals, and normally everything they have is in stock. So if you use the link in the either the chat or the description, helps out the shop a little bit. So much appreciated. I like the look of this 67 Coupe. Can't tell what motor it has in it. We'll find out. So paint fading, not a big deal. So rust, if this goes past, I'm probably going to do a video about this fairly soon. If this is bubbled up, if the rust goes through and it's not patchable, if you have to redo the sail panel, you're kind of SOL on coupes. So if you're looking for a donor coupe to send to me to do a fastback conversion on, or you're looking for a donor coupe to do a conversion yourself at home on, look for coupes that are rusted out around these areas, around your wheel wells, around your quarter panels, your sail panels. Those you could actually, you can talk the price of the car down with that, and it gives you more value in the end. Patrick, what's up, dog? How are we doing? I know. Are you? Yeah, just the black Steelies. I know. They're just dope. It just makes the car look mean. Four lug? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, so another area that rusts is right along the wheel well here, on the inside. Oh, not four lug, yeah. Right in here, but there's no rust, so this would be a really good donor car. But with a four lug, that tells me that this is a 6-cylinder car. Even if it's running and driving, 6-cylinder coupes are not worth more than they are if they have no motor in them. I mean, you're basically paying for a rolling shell. Carpet looks like shit. Doesn't really matter. You're going to replace it anyway, but it looks like water's gotten in here, so you're definitely going to want to check the floor. Everything else, I mean, it looks pretty good. Like interior, so if you're doing a fastback conversion, you're not going to be using the back seat or anything, but center console and front seats you can still use. Dash you can still use. All of this stuff stays the same. Only thing that changes up here is going to be your door glass. Gerhard, what's up, man? How are we doing, man? Hope your day is going awesome. Just looking at this 6-cylinder coupe. So it's in good condition. This would be maybe a solid first. Well, it's not even a V8 though. Solid first carbureted car for a high school kid at 11 grand. But I think that if you actually wanted, yeah, inline 6, 3-speed manual, good condition. But since it's not worth anything with the 6-cylinder, I wouldn't pay more than 8 for this. I'd have to be in a really good mood to pay 8. Okay, let's take a look at coupe pricing, because it's important to note the price differential between coupes and fastbacks. If you guys are new to the show, it's a big one. Big price difference between coupes and fastbacks. So if we take a look at our 67 to 68 hardtops, this is vinyl roofs and, any hardtops, non-convertibles, not fastbacks. The average price, most of the time, this is going to be a running driving car, fairly restored. The average price of a coupe is about 23 grand. The average price of a fastback, with everything else the same except the fastback version, is going to be 70. That's why it makes sense to convert these coupes into fastbacks. That's the main value proposition there. So owning a fastback, a custom fastback from the ground up for a lot cheaper, that's kind of the idea. But when we're looking at coupes, 65 and 66 is a little bit cheaper. It's about 20 to 23, around that area. This is a dope looking car. It's been listed a couple of times. It's been listed for a while. So he's relisted it. I think this car was listed for a little bit more before. Let's see here. I come here in hopes that you will find the lost socket. You know what, buddy? That is a good transition. We're doing keychains. 10mm keychains. And I just got the flight tags for them. I'm getting them in a couple of days. And we're going to be selling these keychains. They're just a little eye hook with a 10mm keychain, and it's going to have our never tamed lost socket logo. Those will be up on the website in, hopefully a week or two. That way you will always have a 10mm socket with you, even though on these cars, primarily what we use is 1/2 inch. It was a different business model when I came up with the logo. Okay, people? Jesus. 289 4-speed, 4-barrel, 5% window tint. Jeez, that's not legal. Where is this car? Orem. Lots of upgrades. Great looking car. Hey, Patrick, we were talking about that kind of like black look on wheels, that kind of like satin black look. Yeah, this would be the one. The exhaust tips look weird though. I have questions because I feel like the last time this was listed, it had more pictures. So I don't know. That one's weird. If that one checks out, that's a good price. If it's running, driving, no rust, everything's put together, like that's a good price for a 66 coupe. Solid starter muscle car. Okay, so I'm trying to find ones that I don't look at every fluffing week. But on so this website I'm using, KSL.com, this is primarily for like the Four Corners area. So the inventory doesn't change that much, so I try to find the new ones. Patrick, I think he had it at like 22. Yeah, I feel like it was at 22 or 23, like a couple of months ago. So he's at 18 right now, which means he might be at 18 flat or 17.5. You never know. I think it's a solid deal, though. And it's not far from me. If you guys want a solid coupe, I'd be happy to go look at it. LostSocketGarage@gmail.com. This is a nice one. GT hardtop. Randy. It's a GT clone. Fluff that, dude. Oh, yeah, I remember seeing this one last week. It's not even a real GT. $54,000. I mean, even if this, like, it's just a coupe, right? It's a coupe. It's a well-optioned coupe at this point. I understand it that the tribute thing kind of does add value, but a GT tribute, like, there's not much, there's not necessarily much of a difference, enough of a difference to actually raise the overall value of the car just by making it look like a GT. So 55 grand, we're like, it looks great. I mean, these are probably Dakota digital gauges. It looks like he's got aftermarket stereo there, center console, nice interior. It looks really well put together, but much better options for mucho less. GT things to look for. That's a good question. It was primarily logoing, and then the rear valance had cutouts for dual exhaust. So primarily styling, badging, and then dual exhaust. But the valance has to be cut out in that area, right in that area for the exhaust. Holy shit, man, we're falling off the track. Quick 65 Mustang on blocks. Is this a clean title? Storage unit fine. Oh, I remember this one. Okay, so this one, guys. This one actually is probably a really solid deal. And I'm gonna tell you why. This dude probably found this shit when he bought a storage shed, and he's selling this for $5 grand. It doesn't roll, okay? It's in decent-ish condition. It's a forklift or a caster car. You can get a body card under it, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how strong your friends are. Floor looks fairly decent in it. Here's the thing, though. If he is selling everything in this for $5 grand, this is a crazy deal. You see, I have no idea what motor that is just by looking this small shot, but he's got a motor here. He's got new fenders. Doesn't matter. Most likely, you would look for this car to be turned into a 65 Fastback. But look at all of this shit. If he's selling all of this for $5 grand, or if he'll bundle it in for like $1 grand or two more, we decided last week. I think it was. I think we threw out Bear Brakes is probably just based off of the color. Bear Brake Kit. We don't care about that carb. A bunch of Scott Drake shit. You have door handles. You have everything. Well, a lot to finish the project, and you're paying $5 grand for this shit. Oh yeah, and here is the interesting part. I saw this, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe a 5.0 comes in this whole deal. I haven't reached out to this person because I'm afraid I'll buy it, and I have no fucking room whatsoever. But this would be a solid deal, especially if it's all for $5 grand. That's a steal. That's a guy who knows nothing about what's in his storage unit. Hopefully. That sounds bad. Is what it is. 67 coupe. Let's see. I just wanted to look at this one. This is a nice 67, nice looking 67 coupe. Same. Is it a GTA? Let's see. 67, 11 years, bought from an individual who bought it from California. C code. I don't know. I can't remember how to tell in the VIN if it's a GT or not. I don't remember. It's got GT badging on it and shit. So I love the satin black tail panel. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Do you like a satin black tail panel? I fucking love it. I think it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Let's see. Pricing, again, if metalwork checks out on this is a very good deal. It's in New Mexico, so it's a desert car. So be considerate of where you buy your cars from. You know, that's the advantage of having a guy like me that's kind of close to the desert. If you're in Washington, which I seem to get all of the fucking Washington cars, you know, I can buy you a desert car. And then you don't have to pay me all this damn money to replace everything in your car. Sorry, Chris. Okay. Let's take a break here. So, if you guys are enjoying the content whatsoever, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing the show. I like talking shit with you guys. I enjoy shopping for Mustangs and showing you guys value, etc. It helps if you get the show out there a little bit for us. Thanks for the support. You guys that are here all the time, Patrick, Eric, Joe's been here a few times. Gerhard, you've been here a few times. You guys are going to be trickling in that have been here along the way. I appreciate it. We're at 10,000 subscribers. I'm super pumped. I'm editing a 10,000 subscriber video, and it's taking so long, but I'm going to try to get it out next week. And it's just some X amount of minutes of me being stupid. So it'll be a fun time. Satin tail panel is awesome. I'm just not comfortable with the condition of the undercarriage. Yeah, undercarriage. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Let's see. Was that storage car a fiberglass hood? I don't know. Let's look at the hood, bud. Comes with extra doors. Everybody needs extra stock doors. I think that's metal hood. Looks like a metal hood. All right, getting into classic fastback Mustangs for sale. This is an example of one of the many, many Facebook groups. This is one of the biggest ones where you can find good deals on fastbacks. This is one of the sites I was talking about. One of the groups I was talking about, where like you'll see guys list cars and they look like shit, but they have a lot of value to them. And then in the comments section, it's like this poor guy Harry who has like a Mustang farm. And he sells these cars, and he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's always fighting people in the fucking comments because they don't understand what these cars are really for. That's why I wanted to put this show together, is to show you guys the values of these cars so that you know what you're getting into. So let's take a look at a couple here. Drifty, what's up, dog? I was just singing your praises as one of the individuals that's always here. So thanks for drifting in. See what I did there? Patrick, I know. We fumbled that lunch shit. Even Derry was like, hey, when do we get lunch? I'm like, fuck. I need to set reminders on shit. Let's take a look at 69 fastback pricing. Right quick. Actually, we already did a little bit earlier, huh? It's about 50, 56, 56. Okay. So, this one is an M code Mach 1 351. What's he selling this one for? 80 grand. It's a real Mach 1, probably highly optioned. Let's see. Shaker hood, original panel, original. Ooh. Mach 1 pricing works a little bit different. Let's take a look at Mach 1 pricing. Here, Mach 1, Mach 1, Mach 1, Mach 1. Here, Mach 1, Mach 1, Mach 1. Drifty, you out at the airport? 75 grand for Mach 1s. Okay. That's the average price. This is highly optioned. Where is this? Oh, it's in Ontario. Oh, it's Canadian dollars. Oh, God. I'm not even... I don't even want to, like, know what import costs and shit are going around, but... I don't know. Let's do this. xe.com. I don't want to enter my email address. Nope. The... Canada... Let's see what 80 grand Canadian. Dude, come on, man. Yoot. I mean, it's bound to be pretty close, right? Right? I can't remember. Oh, shit, it's not close. 57 grand? Maybe, yeah. I like... That's a good deal then. Cool. Let's run up and to Toronto. Toronto's actually beautiful. I love Toronto. Stop off and get some Tim Hortons. Go pick up a Mach 1. Let's make it done. Let's make it done. I was pulling the lost socket and chopping the nose off a race car. Ooh, what'd you chop up, dude? Also, not right now. I'm on leave while I heal from colon cancer surgery. Jesus, dude. I hope you're doing... Wait, you're cutting the nose... Okay, let's run through this scenario real quick here. Can't lift more than 5 pounds. Also chopping the nose off the race car. Yeah, I see where your priorities lie. Can't slip that one past me, Drifty. Is it miles a gallon or kilometers per liter? Go Leafs, go. Dude, these playoffs are turning me into a hockey fan. I've never really been a hockey fan. We just got a team here in Utah, which they never should have changed the fucking name of. It was Utah Hockey Club, and now we're the Wieners or something. I don't know. The Mammoth. We're the Mammoth. Stupid. But watching the playoffs, man. Oh, playoff hockey, bro. I'm 5 hours from Toronto. Oh, dude. If you're looking for a 69 Mach 1, that might be the ticket for you. Let's take a look. There's one I wanted to talk about. Two I wanted to talk about. So this is a good example of a car that doesn't necessarily look like it's worth a lot of money if you're not a Mustang guy and if you don't understand the values. So again, C code. So this is a base model fastback. Okay, rolling shell, doesn't have a drivetrain. He wants 25 grand. Now, I will admit 25 grand, that's about the top I'm going to pay for a rolling clean title. But is it worth 25 grand? Yes. I think it is. Now, with buying a fastback, especially like rolling fastbacks, you need to have a good idea of what to look for as far as the rust areas, because when you're doing a rust repair on a fastback, it's a different ball game. Because if I'm looking for a coupe as a project and I'm like, hey, I'm going to cut this in half and turn it into a fastback, I'm going to be making a lot of the common repairs, a lot of the replacing the common rust spots with new metal anyway. A fastback is different. However, the spots that you want to look for are always in the corners, down here in the fender, door, front corner especially, rear corner as well. This front corner of the quarter panel, and in the rockers in the corners as well. Along the wheel well and the drop down. These are these are areas that are very, very common rust parts. Basically all along the bottom of the fucking car, but especially where seams are. Filler panel, like if there's rust in the filler panel, that's almost a deal breaker right away for me, because that means you have to go into the inner structure, filler panel, blah, blah, blah. It's too much. This car, however, I'm not really seeing any. It comes with a valance, comes with glass. Shit, the glass alone's fucking $1,500. It looks like this has all been in primer. Floor patch has been done here already. If I was going to buy this as a roller, I would redo this. Well, I would take this down and see if there's rust right here. If they didn't take off the old metal, I don't want that shit sitting in there. So that would be my only concern part so far. Guys, if you're doing a floor pan, if you're doing just the front pat, oh yeah, this all looks fucked up. Yeah, you'd probably need a floor to firewall patch, which, nice little segue here. CJ Pony Parts, the only place I've found that sells the floor to firewall patch. It's a piece of metal that goes all the way up here, and it comes up to like here under the dash. So I would get one of those from CJ Pony Parts, get it from the link in the description or in the chat. Helps out the shop. This would be a concern. This side looks okay, though. It's hard because this has been primered, right? So a lot of it's going to be hidden. 25 is going to be the top. I would like it a lot better at like 22. However, another listing he has, this is, again, something you look at and you say, okay, well, this is a 68 fastback and dude wants $25,000 for it. So same price as the C code essentially. However, this is a factory S code car. S codes. I was actually pricing one out because we built one not too long ago. Customer wanted to get insurance on it, so I was doing some comps for him. The average price of an S code right now is like $86,000 to $115,000, depending on the options that it comes with. The top loader is a big option that adds like 15% value to it, 15 or 20%. That top loader transmission. So, I mean, when you look at it, it's probably going to be rough, but this currently has the 390 block with the C6, not the top loader. That's okay. You can get a top loader. Does run, no knocking, no smoking, high back seats, bodywork, needs a lot of work. Okay. Now, this is going to be a really, really solid deal if you're a guy that can do the work yourself. Okay. Even if you're to pay someone to do it, I mean, if this car had a top loader and it went for right in the middle ground, let's say it was worth $100,000, that means you're 65 grand. Is that math right? Yeah, 65 grand of budget in this car, and you would still probably have intrinsic value in it. Now, you got to think 25 grand off the bat is going to be paint. So 40 grand left over to finish everything else. If you can do it yourself, guarantee you can do it. This is a good example of looking at a fastback and understanding the extent of the work that's going to need to be done. You guys see that this is rusted out. That means that the quarter panel, you can patch the quarter panel, but chances are, once you peel this quarter panel off, it's going to take most of the outer wheel well with it. Say that 5 times fast. Now, the water's gotten down here, eating all this out. It's also gotten down into the rocker, as you can see here. So it's probably going to need at least a rocker patch. Again, very, very common in these cars. I got a little impact right here. Doing some detective work here. Hood looks fine. God, go stock hood. I have never seen a deck lid fucked up like that. That is talent. So you'd need a new deck lid. Fairly cheap. I have a feeling we're going to start, once he starts... Oh, need a new hood. That sucks. Engine panels actually look fairly decent. You're probably going to have to do a battery tray like every other Mustang owner in the world. Dash, obviously the dash covers shit, but comes with a fold down seat and the interior panels. I mean, that's 3-4 grand right there. Let's see. This is a, what do you say it was? One car. Where's the Marty on this? Let's get back into the Marty. So, one was produced with wheel covers, black paint stripes. Guys, this is a rare car, 25 grand. I think it's an awesome deal. And, you know, this dude's out here fighting the good fight. You know, guys in here saying, it's not worth that much. It's not worth that. I'll give you an 01 Ford Ranger. Come on, man. Like, it is worth it. It takes a lot of fucking work to get it there. Mustang fastbacks are not cheap. It does not matter how you cut it, gentlemen, and maybe one lady who comes in here every once in a while. Fastbacks are fucking expensive. I can show you cheaper ways to do it with the coupe to fastback conversion and you know, finding the right donor and doing all that shit. It's an expensive hobby. Get used to it. Gosh. All right, let me catch up on chats here. Joe, Mammoth, yeah. And Mammoth bugs me because it's a pro lacrosse team. I think it's Colorado Mammoth, a pro lacrosse team. Like, dude, come on, man. I like the hockey club. Or at least go back to the Golden Eagles. We had the Golden Eagles here years ago. Had the front end straps so I didn't lift anything. Doing a tube front on one of my Fox bodies prepping for a NASA race. That's awesome, man. Dude, we need to come out to a NASA race. That'd be dope. We should talk about that. Kicking colon cancer's ass. Dude, that is fucking awesome, bro. Keep kicking colon cancer's ass. I can't think of another that I can call you. Never mind. Joe, it's liters per 100 kilometers. Y'all are just, I mean, I get it. So I did rent a car when I was in Toronto. Oh my God. That was intense, man. It wasn't like, just understanding how fucking fast I needed to be going, but it felt so different. It was weird. Damn, those welds look like I welded it. Yeah, no shit. Dang, what's a primer hole in the first one? Looks rough. Get the C channel. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these cars starting off look rough, dude, but put some work into it. Okay. Let's get into Marketplace a little bit here, kids. Marketplace here, kids. Sean. What'd you send me, Sean? 69 Boss 429 complete, ready for some love, 140 grand. Holy shit, Batman. That's expensive. 140 grand and I'm still working on it? That's fucking nuts, man. All right. Ooh. This could be a good deal if that fender is not completely cornholed. Selling my 68 Fastback. True Fastback. Acapulco blue with white striping, two-tone. Attached is a picture of the exact color and striping. Originally a 299. Has all the interior and boxes of new parts. Has console. Good condition. Needs full restoration. Guys, this is in Caldwell, Idaho. Not terribly far from me. 11 grand, 11 and a half. Dude, we've purchased Fastbacks for 18 grand that looked a lot fucking worse than this. I'd need more, yeah. I would need more pictures. This one is, it's weird because it's got all this random ass surface rust on it, but it doesn't look like a lot of it's structural. It's just a weird looking fucking car. Like, why is it rusted like that? That's hot. I don't know. This is bugging right here. The frame rails are probably rusted out. But honestly, if you do the math on it, and depending on what else it comes with, 11.5 is probably a fairly good fucking deal. That's in Caldwell, Idaho. 67, 68 Fastbacks are going for about 70 grand. That's the average price. This is definitely going to be a resto mod. Custom built Ford 27 side oiler. That's dope. Top loader, 4-speed. Tilt front end. I don't know. Wheelwood brakes, 750 horsepower. God damn. Oh, and he's got the plexiglass sail panel windows. That's dope. It's got the Le Mans style gas cap in it. That's hot. That's a good looking fucking car. I mean, it better be a good looking car for 67. Whoa, what else is in your garage, dude? God damn, Gina. Holy balls, Batman. Oh, it's got the satin ghost. Oh, satin stripes on it. Fucking love it. Fucking love it. Guys, I want to know. Tell me right now. You got 75 grand that you can buy a Mustang with. Are you buying this? Are you buying it? It's 427 side oiler. Let's keep looking, shall we? Oh, look at those headers. Oh, no problem with clearance. That's good. Oh, shit. God damn. That is crazy. This is worth 75 grand, kids. And he kept the stuff. Okay. This is the look that I love, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments or the chat. I love the Shelby deck lid quarter panel extensions with the stock style tail panel. And this valance is gorgeous, too, by the way. That's fine. This is a beautiful car. I'm not reading all that, but it's got a lot of shit done to it, obviously. That's dope. 75 grand. I think it's worth it, kids. Okay. Is this the Eleanor peoples? Yeah, this is the Eleanor people. Okay. 180 grand, a picture and a video. We build Eleanors. Meh. I could do it for cheaper. Let's see. G5. I know that this dude's fucking garage, bro. Like, oh. Yeah, no. See, what's going to happen is I'm going to take my 69 Boss and my 67 Resto mod and my GT500 and my Ford GT, and I'm gonna park them next to my fucking pontoon boat. Sir, Doug Lichty, what do you do for a living? Because I'm obviously in the wrong industry. It's fucking nuts, man. Must be nice. Okay, here's a coupe we've looked at a few times. Always important to check along here. If you're looking for a car for a coupe to fastback conversion, all this does, if this is rusted out, is it drives down the price of the car for you. You're going to replace that shit anyway. It's cool. Body's good. 289, 302. Bored out to a 302, sorry. Repop wheels. We've covered this car a few different times. This is running and driving 13 grand. So if someone is like, hey, Hunter, I want you to buy me a coupe, and when it gets here, I want it to look like a fastback and be running and driving, this would be a car I would go after. This price range, we're looking at $10,000 to $13,000 for a running, driving coupe that's a little fucked up on top, right? Because what we do is we pick this car up, we turn it into a fastback. For a 67, 68, you're going to pay around 16 grand for me to turn it into a fastback, depending on options you want. So let's say you're 16 grand. That means that you have a running, driving, primered, like multicolored fastback, but for about $29,000, $30,000. Then you're into it for paint, interior bits. I mean, that's where these types of cars that fit into this $10,000 to $13,000 range, they're good 280, like 289, 351 cars, running, driving. You can use most of the interior out of it. This is a solid donor. Where is this? Polson, Montana. For 100K, 180K, I'm gonna want much more photos. Yeah, no shit. Well, so even I have more photos. If we scroll down here far enough, we're probably going to roll on like one of my ads, because I'll post a shell up and I'll just have it as a running ad for people. There's a fuck ton of Mustangs on here, man. Whoa, 3,500 bucks, what? Time out. Anyone close to Nebraska? Sound like a monkey. Hunter cut car. Okay. Good project, 302, come with extra parts. Guys, Nebraska, Scotts Bluff, you know, if none of this has been blown away by a tornado yet, this actually would be a solid fucking deal. 3,500 bucks, comes with a motor. I don't care about any of this shit. I'm taking it in half to turn it into a fastback anyway. The only thing I would worry about on this is it looks like maybe he started it as a coupe to fastback project. You see that these welds have been drilled out. B-pillars kind of just sitting in here, the inner structure. I would worry a little bit about the frame rails at this part, but there's nothing holding this side of the body up, but you're going to be cutting this out anyway. So as long as you're doing this with a jig, like a proper jig, this would be a really, really good fucking deal for you. I'm going to scroll back up. I got distracted. I'm just looking for good deals right now, kids. Let's see. That's actually a quick start. So random thought, are coupe replacement panels cheaper than fastback panels? Not really, dude. And a lot of coupe panels are just, dude, coupe panels are like, a lot of them they just don't make. So for example, and I'm about to include this in a video that I'm going to do on our next car, Black Betty. Black Betty. Derry said I did a really bad Black Betty impression the other day, and it kind of made me mad. Fuck you, Derry. Anybody remember what I was talking about? Like a couple. Oh shit! They don't repop for coupes. They don't repop inner structure. So you're kind of SOL on that one car we were just looking at, because guaranteed the inner structure's fucked up on that, right? Where the fuck? Okay, right here. So they don't repop the inner structure, like seat divider and stuff. They don't repop that. Or no, they do. They do. I apologize. They do repop the seat divider. It's the inner structure that they do not repop. So if the inner structure's screwed, which a lot of this has been cut off anyway, so you're haggard there. They also don't repop coupe drip rails. I did a video about taking fastback drip rails and turning them into coupe drip rails, but it's a giant pain in the ass. So some of the stuff they just don't fucking make anymore for coupes, which is unfortunate. It's kind of what I thought. So at that point, you're better off adding value when repairing and damaged coupes. Yeah, dude. Honestly, at that part, if you're looking at this car as a good starter, yeah, you're turning it into a fastback. There's just no other like proper way, like financially responsible way to cut the car in half and keep value. I got a weird fucking job. Sometimes I reflect back. You know, I take myself back 5, 6, 7 years, and I remember my cushy job traveling around the world as a international business development manager for a software company. And I think, how the fuck did I get into chopping Mustangs in half? It's a really weird journey, man. It's been a weird ride. 66. That one's pretty cheap. 66. Again, guys, 67, 68 is really where we want to be. Hi. How are you? Tribute car. Okay, so remember, guys, we were talking about tribute cars earlier? Tell me how you feel about tribute cars. But tribute cars, like a GT tribute, meh. It's not really going to do anything for the value of it. A Hertz tribute, yeah, that could, because it's very, very rare, right? Shelby tribute, yeah. Golden Nugget tribute, not so much, even though we're going to do one. Fastback. I need to do like an update video on that one. I haven't had the Nugget in a video in a while. Ah, that's kind of what I thought. Anyway, it's because he was gangster. Keep it gangster, dog. Keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, dog. This is done really, really well. If you guys know where to find this glass, it's a bane of my existence. It's really not. I just have a bunch of people asking for this and flush mount glass. Alf's Mustang Garage is going to be doing flush mount glass soon. I'm excited to see his video on it, if he ever gets around to it. So this is a a GT350 tribute. It's really dope. 70 grand. I mean, so a 65 to 66 fastback, like a C code fastback, it's going to run 55 anyway. So given that this is 302 bored out to 347 stroker, stroke to a 347, T5 Willwoods, fucking the whole 9 yards. This is a resto mod. Yeah, I think there's value there. I think 70 grand's fair for that type of car. At the same time, that's a really specific car to want to pay 70 grand for, if that makes sense. BP is a, let's see, Chad Yontorno. Drifty. He's in Denver. I'll go to Denver. We could go to Denver. There's a Denver tax, though, because there's extracurricular activities in Denver. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I don't want to be demonetized. This car, we've looked at this one a couple of times. This kind of looks cool, but it's really a trap. Not worth it. I am moving. This has been listed for a long ass fucking time. I think there's better deals for that. Let's do, this one's in Twin Falls. 5 grand, 66. Again, so 3 to 5 grand is what I'm looking at for a roller. So anything above and beyond that comes with it is a plus. Let's see. Comes with motor and transmission as seen in photos. I guess let's look at the photos. Shit like this, again, when you're buying coupes, this drives down the price of coupes. And if you're looking to turn it into a fastback, you don't need that shit anyway. Again, really common rust point in the door. Stay away from repop doors if you can. Like, that's a serious consideration. Get stock doors if you can. Is that the classic? It might be the Classic Industries repop one. Car looks pretty good. Oh, it's a 6-cylinder fluff me. Well, again, guys, you know, at 5 grand, that's a solid price. Clean title. You get to reuse a lot of the interior, the dash or seats, blah, blah, blah. might be a solid deal, as long as the frame rails are okay. All right, anything else jumping out? Anything crazy jumping out, kids? Anything? Anything? Looked at that. Let's see. Leighton, 66, 67, blah, blah, blah. All right, we're going to move on to our picks of the week. Woo, Rockstar. That Rockstar is catching up to me. It's a trap! Admiral Akbar. It's our picks of the week. Now, we do picks of the week, but before we get into that, if you enjoy any of the content, like, subscribe. Easiest, freest way to support the show. If you want to support us further, we have merchandise available on LostSocketGarage.com. You can join our community, our YouTube community, or our Patreon. Help support the show. Get your Mustang parts from CJ Pony Parts. The links to all of the people that help our shop out are in the description. If you get parts through CJ Pony Parts, it helps out the shop a little bit. It's much appreciated. And we get all of our shit from those guys anyway. So, pumped to be able to promote CJ Pony Parts and their stuff is super dope. Now, getting into the picks of the week. The first one is the shop pick of the week. Now, the shop pick of the week is where I just find something I want to buy. Here it is, kids. Here it is. This is my pick of the week. 1998 Honda Z. Custom paint, fuck around and find out, US 1776. And ladies and gentlemen, it is right-hand drive. If you're close to Longmont, Colorado, and you have $10,500 that is burning a hole in your pocket, and you have a spot that in your garage that could be used for a function and fashion vehicle, this is it. 0 to 60 in 2 to 3 business days. I love everything about this car. This is fucking amazing. It's got the old school, like, white face gauges on it. Love it. Love it. It's all-wheel drive, and the motor is measured in cc's. 600 cc, 4-speed, automatic, all-wheel drive. Dude, this thing is fucking rad as shit. That's our pick of the week. Now, we're going to get into Derry's pick of the week. Derry has an interesting taste in cars, so he throws something up on my screen each week for me to react to live, and this week's Derry's pick of the week, Derry's pick of the week, meow! 56 Chevy Classic. Okay. Okay, I think I've actually seen this at a car. This was at the car show that we did. The brake is right down the street from us. This is sick as shit. What's up? 2-pump hydraulic. Runs good, a little bit to make it a solid driver. I love how a car that has been modded this much, this is the entire description. That's dope. This was at the car show that we did in Murray. This thing is sick. 4 batteries, holy shit, sound system. Damn, yeah. I hope it, does it come with a fire extinguisher? I feel like it needs a fire extinguisher. This thing is rad for 18 grand. Someone buy it for me. I'll turn it into the Lost Socket shop car. Until next week, people, I hope you have a beautiful holiday weekend. Enjoy Memorial Day. Thank you to all those who served and have given the ultimate sacrifice. We appreciate all of you. I love you guys. Over 10,000 subs. Again, it's awesome. Thank you so much for the support. Till next time, do what you love. Don't be a dick. And as always, never be tamed. Peace! Oh, damn. Key cars are so dope, man. I'm seeing so many of the key trucks out, drifty. Like, and I swear to God, the same type of dude drives them. It's like, you know who drives key trucks? Bougie Subaru drivers. Like, hey, I'm a Subaru driver, but I don't want to be a Subaru driver. So I'm going to take it a step further, and I'm going to buy a key truck. There's nothing wrong with that. I love them. Bye, Patrick. Cheers, guys.